Hello beautiful people. I have been promising to show you how to attach a lash forever, so I thought today, I've got people coming for dinner, so I thought I might show you real quick. I've got quite a natural makeup on today, but I thought I'll just vamp it up a bit with a lash, which is just gorgeous even for a day look. So what I'm going to be using is a clear lash glue, and I'm using some Model Rock lashes. They look quite big, but they fit your eye really nicely and they still look quite natural, and just top off any makeup really pretty. So you only need a dot of glue. Now I'm going to start with my first lash. Now the one thing you've got to check when you are using your lashes is that you have the right size for your eye. So what you want to do is, now I'm doing this into my thing here, so my eye thing, so it's a bit difficult, but you just want to make sure it's the right size for your eye, because if you may need to cut it down, you can either cut it down from the small end, which will make the lash look bigger, or the larger end, which will make the lash look a little bit smaller. So what I'm going to do is just add a teeny tiny bit of glue. Now this is the trick to making your lashes work really well for you. Okay, you want to just put a tiny wee little bit of glue. You don't want to go crazy. Okay, if you go crazy, you end up with glue everywhere, your eyes stuck together, and it's all just very unattractive. So what we're going to do is just let this dry a bit. I'm just letting the air get to the glue. What that does is it's like a surgical glue, so it just means that it attaches to the skin a little bit better, and especially if you've got a liner on, it's just going to help to attach a little bit better. Okay, so what we're going to do is just holding the lash across the top of the lash line, and then you're going to just gently knock it into place. Okay, it's really quite simple, and there we are done. Now this is just a really incredible way of really vamping up your eyes and making them look really beautiful. This works also the exact same thing if you want to do a nighttime eye as well. It's the exact same technique and the exact same principle. I'm just using it today on a day look because I wanted to. Okay, let's see if we can get the other one on now. So I've been working as a professional freelance hair and makeup artist for over 30 years. I find these really easy to put on other people, but I also worked for 6 years on international shopping networks, and I was on air, so unfortunately I didn't get the luxury of a hair and makeup artist like myself. I had to do my own, and I found that this was the easiest way for me to do it. That worked for me all the time, because doing it on yourself, believe me, is not that easy. So once again, I've put a little bit of glue and I'm just letting it dry off a bit. So I would say 5 to 10 seconds, because you want it to get a little bit tacky. Then what you're going to do is just gently drop the lash, holding it with your tweezers, just regular tweezers. You don't need any of those crazy attachy things. I can't use them. I find that they don't work. I don't know if my eyes are a weird shape or something. And then all you're going to do is just gently rest the lash on top of your natural lash. Now what this does is, and then you just knock the edges down. Now what you're going to find is, I'm doing this into my iPhone, so please, if it looks a little bit awkward, it's not as awkward as it's possibly looking right now. But essentially what you're doing is then just letting it sit on top of the lash, knocking it down, and voila, you have beautiful, gorgeous lashes that will work all day, every day on a natural look. Or you can jumpstart this with a really nice, dark, strong eye. It's really easy to do. I find this works for me all the time, and you can do it at home in just a couple of minutes.